All right, early voting starts here in Arkansas next week, but it's getting underway in a key battleground state on the same day that a judge there delivers a ruling that aims to get the vote certified by a specific time. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump talking foreign policy today while the Harris campaign is focused on black and rural voters. Natalie Brand tracks campaign 2024 from the White House.
Elections officials in Georgia are predicting record-breaking turnout for the first day of early voting in the battleground state.
This is a very important election, and so I think mostly everybody will be out here trying to cast their votes.
A state judge ruled today in a case brought by Republican local election board members that they cannot refuse to certify election results. The judge saying Georgia voters would be silenced. Our Constitution and our election code do not allow for that to happen. Former President Donald Trump is holding back-to-back events in Georgia this evening, a state he lost by fewer than 12,000 votes in 2020. Trump also sat for questions Tuesday with Bloomberg and the Economic Club of Chicago, where he was pressed on his proposal for tariffs.
If you don't do this, this country has no chance.
40 million jobs is a lot of jobs to rely on.
They're all coming back.
Trump was also asked if he has spoken to Russian President Vladimir Putin since leaving the White House.
I don't comment on that, but I will tell you that if I did, it's a smart thing.
Vice President Kamala Harris campaigned in Detroit, continuing her outreach to black voters, particularly men, and meeting with black business owners.
21 days. 21 days. And early voting starts in 4 days here.
Her running mate, Tim Walz, is visiting a farm in Pennsylvania, rolling out policy proposals aimed at rural communities, including increasing health care resources.
They don't respect rural communities. And I'll tell you what, they take a hell of a lot of their voters for granted by the policies they put out that don't do a damn thing for rural Pennsylvania or rural Minnesota or any place in this country.
Trump carried rural voters by a margin of nearly 2-1 in 2020. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And CBS News has also confirmed, reporting originally from ABC, that Governor Walz will campaign with former President Bill Clinton during the first day of early voting in North Carolina. That comes Thursday. And then he will rally with former President Barack Obama on the first day of early voting in Wisconsin next week.
Well, early voting in Arkansas begins October 21st, and THV 11 is your election central. Every day next week, we're breaking down what's on the ballot. From the issues to the races, we're watching closely. 6:30 Central will be the go-to show for voters. And remember, you can watch that right here on THV 11 and THV 11 Plus. That's our free streaming service available on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV devices.